Hello everyone, this is Waldorf.
And this is Statler.
Now we have Battle Report 191.
191.
This is a Warbands game we played. 8 of us.
Yes.
And an odd combination of armies.
Well, these are clearly, common alliances.
Vermin Swarm, Warriors, Dwarves, and Empire.
Yes.
Versus Infernal Dwarves, Beast Herds, Orcs and Goblins, and Sylvan Elves.
What does not belong in this pattern?
Well, the Sylvan Elves could jump up to the top and bump, but then you still need a fourth one for a good guy, bad guy.
Yeah.
Right? If you move Sylvan Elves to the left, but the Warriors and Vermin have to go to the right.
Well, you can always argue that the orcs aren't necessarily bad.
I always argue that, and no one believes me. I've given it
compared
up.
To the other guys, but see, we have the
Orcs aren't bad; they're just misunderstood.
Yeah.
They don't care who they fight; they just want to fight somebody.
Exactly.
So is that bad?
Sylvan elves are kind of that way. They don't want to fight anybody as long as just don't come in their woods.
As long as you leave them alone.
You leave them alone.
Yeah. All right. So there we go.
But we managed to get a couple of age-old enemies on the same side.
We did. We like that. The rules we use for this game, our Warband rules are 800 points to play. Well, this is variable depending on the size of the game we want to do.
Yeah.
But our rules for Warband games are very simple. Minimum unit size is halved, and the maximum unit size is halved. Done. That's it.
We also have the standard bearer and general. And
What? What about it? I don't understand.
using the standard bearers and using the stand your ground and
You can use your own armies.
Yes.
That's it.
correct.
Yeah.
Doesn't
So-
cross against armies.
I mean,
cross armies.
you have one army that you can only use. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway. And then the scenarios in this one. We had 5 scoring objectives, which we'll talk about in a minute. We have no victory points. It's objective points only to determine the winner.
It doesn't matter what you lose.
And any unit with the Owen, with Iowan.
With Iowan.
With Ian. With
With
Owen.
Ian. Yeah.
With Ian. With Ian. With the on. 4 inches can claim an objective, and it becomes yours, and it stays yours until someone else comes within 4 inches, steals it. And in the case there's multiple units around, the army with the most within 4 inches claims it. 1 point each for the scoring objectives, except for the one that's starts in your opponent. Except for the objective that's in your opponent's deployment zone, and that one's worth 3 points.
To you.
To you, 1 to him.
Yep.
And scoring at the end of each turn, starting on turn 2, is the way we played it. And the scenario, we played different ones, but this one, everyone seems to like this one, so we played this one more than any. The armies, Warriors of Dark Gods had a sorcerer with a chariot. He was an adept of something. He had a pair of 5-unit warrior units and two units of 3 warhounds. The dwarves had a thane with 10 graybeards and a standard, unit of 3 and a unit of 5 seekers, pair of vengeance seekers.
They're really good in this game.
They're very good in this game. Vermin chief. This vermin had a vermin chief, 15 plague brotherhood, 10 plague disciples, 3 vermin hulks, and 3 Jezzails. This was a completely different list he ran in the prior game. And then joining us for this game was a Empire player.
They got lost.
Empire of Sonstal, who had a marshal with 5 state militia, 22 heavy infantry with spears, and 10 light infantry
With handguns.
with handguns, correct. So, wild combination. My army with the Feral Orc Chief, Ed Bashers, Wolf Riders, Nasher Herd, and a Scrap Wagon. Same list I ran on the first one. The Infernal Dwarves ran the same one, a Vizier with a Ring of Desiccation, 10 Immortals, and 7 Citadel Guard with flintlock axes. Joining us...
7 blade dancers.
Was it 7?
Yeah.
Okay. I had a blade You had a blade dancer chieftain. 7 blade dancers, a forest eagle, and 4 heath riders.
5 heath riders.
Okay. And the Beast Herd player made a slight change to his list.
He brought a chef for cooking.
He did. He was hungry. There's an eye in there. He had brought a heavy armor, his chief again, great axe, greater totem bearer, 15 wild horns with a musician, a raiding chariot, and 3 minotaurs with a musician. I think last time he only had 2. I don't know what he did to adjust that, but anyway. The other thing we do a lot of in these games is typically throw a decent number of amount of terrain out there to mess with the game. You can see the objectives across the middle, one here in the back on the hill, and there's one right behind this unit in that arm. Yeah, this is a mess, just taking a picture during the setup.
And the board is a little bigger than the normal 6 foot wide.
It is. We're 5 feet deep and I think almost 7 wide.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, something like a 5x7 board, which is fine. And we play 12 inches off the center as your deployment.
Right.
So this was the deployment. I guess they're not deployed yet, or did they have Vanguard?
I don't remember.
Okay, I don't remember.
I don't remember. It's been a few weeks.
That must have been
it.
Oh, you know what? Maybe they have that triple march banner.
Could be.
And just got out there quickly.
Yep.
That would explain. Now it's only 12 instead of 50. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, they moved forward. We had first turn, so we surged forward. You see, this time my scrap wagon didn't hold back and came forward.
There you
go. My stuff over here on the right. You, unfortunately, are out of most of these pictures because you're hiding over here on the far left. I was standing on the far right of this board, and therefore there's not a lot of room on our side behind us.
Yeah, there's a big wall back there.
There is a wall back there, so there wasn't a lot of moving.
Well, you can see the end of
my
blade dancer.
I can see a blade dancer, and I can see an eagle.
Yep.
And that's about it.
Well, the guys were in ambush.
And I think this is your shadow right here.
It could be. Me. My
there you go. So everybody came forward. The raiding chariot, of course, doesn't care about the woods. Goes right in. There's the other picture of that. And my side, which is the important side. That's all I'm saying. And there's the other side. Better picture of your eagle hiding behind the tower. So I think he didn't want to get Giseled.
Yep.
I was wondering why he was hiding there. So anyway, there we go. Let's move on to their turn. Oh, a lot of pictures of that.
Or Archer. There was a lot of shooting on that side of the table.
There was. All right, so Vermin Hulks come forward. The unit of dwarves must have had a march banner as well. They come forward a decent way. Or maybe they just went up the full. What is their max? 9 now?
I think they march 9, don't they?
9. Maybe that's 9.
Because
yeah,
I don't know what
actually, it's probably just 9 because the center line, there's about 3 off of it.
Right.
And off to the right, you can see the warriors come forward a bit.
And the dogs and everything else.
It's okay because my Nashers can take care of all the warriors.
There you go.
There is one unit of warriors on the far side, but
yes, I remember
I'll take care of it.
I remember it well. And there they are on the far side.
There you go, way over there. Dwarves come forward in the middle, the Seekers.
Oh, and your Spider Riders are all the way on the other side.
That's a good point. My Spider Riders looped far around to the left. And there you have it, after their moves. And we move back to our turn. Our turn, the raiding chariot charged into the, Vermin Hulks? I just said a minute ago, I can't remember.
With a little help.
And then the scrap wagon decided to make its roll and charged in along with them.
There you go.
That should go well for us, I'm thinking. And look at this. Some Heath Riders show up here in the back.
Yes.
They were ambush or what?
Yeah, they were ambush.
Okay. And Spider Riders move forward. Spider Riders are trying to harass the Giselles.
And the Heath Riders came up to either shoot at them or shoot at the archers, depending on if the Giselles went away or not.
Right.
And the eagles behind the bushes over there.
Oh, there it is back there again, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the blade dancers are somewhere
on the other side
of
the tower, because I was trying to draw them into the middle so I could sweep around. Then we have our center, where all the naked dwarves went forward and into the large groups of the beast herds and the infernal
Oh,
dwarves.
the seekers, yes.
Yeah.
There's still a vengeance seeker back here, right here in this corner.
Yes.
So I guess the other one's up here somewhere. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
I think that's him.
And the minotaurs are staring at all those guys in front of them.
Yeah, they're just rats though.
Yep.
These are the plague bearers or whatever they
Yeah,
are. So.
plague priests, whatever. Those are the ones I was worried about because I didn't want all those hits on my toughness 3 guys.
Yeah. So in the center, it looks like 5 wounds. I don't think that's going to be it yet. We did more than that, I thought. Whatever we did it and ran them down.
Yep.
Won that combat and pursued and ran them down, which has the effect of putting us out of arc of everything and
Right.
and with the wagon with the chariots out of it for a turn, but the scrap wagon on the other hand is not.
Yep. And the beast herds are stuck in that melee.
Beast herds are stuck, but the immortals made short work of the
short work of
seekers
it.
they were fighting.
Yep.
Of course, the seekers didn't have a vengeance seeker helping them.
True. And our shooting was less than fruitful. All your
We got 2 of the
hand-thrown weapons and all my bow shots, we managed to get 2 guys. So,
yeah, but that's 4 wounds, right?
Yeah.
And they've got an armor save.
Okay. Not much.
I think it's like 4 up, isn't it?
Yeah, something.
At least to me, I don't have any AP.
I had AP 1.
Okay, so it's not. I don't think it's too out of the ordinary.
Any
you're
passive
used to
leadership.
killing everything with shooting,
Oh yeah, you know how well I shoot. Yeah.
and of course they pass the leadership, like you said,
Yeah.
and stick around. But of course the commander's
Sure.
around here somewhere. All right. So checking some arcs, and it looks like the dwarves got farther enough forward to get out arc of the Skaven.
Yep.
The vermin.
Vermin. Yep.
And looking at that, what's he contemplating? Oh, well, he's moving forward. The dwarves just move forward to get in the orc's face.
Yep.
The hellhounds come up to support him. Hellhounds over here come up to support him.
Chaff. Yep.
He's looking to come chaff me up.
Warriors come forward.
And the way I'm going to hit him, I'm going to hit him and overrun and miss these guys. Elsewhere,
And they position their shooters to try to get rid of the infernal dwarves in the center, to stave off the center assault because it's the middle.
yes.
All they have is that Empire Spear block.
They also have on the top of the hill is a block of, I think it's a dozen handgunners.
Yeah. That's what I think what we can see.
Which have the accurate
Yeah.
something else. Anyway, and you can see the warriors coming up here into the field up from the far left.
He was trying to decide what he wanted to do about my blade dancers.
Yep. All right. There we go. There's the center, and there's the sorcerer chariot coming up. I cannot remember now what happened to these 2. But he did. Oh, that's what he did. He cast a spell, and he wanted to use the boosted version.
So he's doing
So he
occultism?
sacrificed 2 of these.
Okay, he was doing occultism. Okay.
Yes. And he sacrificed 2 of these, which caused a problem, which we'll see later. But he sacrificed 2 of these to do something, and I think we dispelled it anyway. There we go. There's the rest of it. You can see the militia coming up to perform their chaff duties, and I guess I can see a blade dancer's arm.
Yeah. He was
Over
trying to
here.
shoot up those infernal dwarves in the center.
And these guys aren't going to do it, but
Well, he had the
well,
two
they do
units
have
together.
handguns.
Yeah.
But this unit up on the top of the hill should be raking them. I guess there might be more than did I say a dozen? I'm not sure how many.
I think it was 10, but I can't remember.
So as you can see, what he's done here, when he killed the 2 of the dog unit, he now set it up so I could hit him here and overrun into the corner of here. The angle doesn't look quite like it on here, but it was really obvious in
So
the
you
game.
did a charge.
So I charged him with the intention of overrunning, slamming into these guys.
Right.
And then elsewhere, the immortals charged forward into this huge spear block,
Right.
Because they didn't want to stand out here to this fire.
With a little bit of help.
And the scrap wagon over here just about faces and slams into the flank of them.
And the Minotaurs slammed into those rats.
The rat at arms.
Eagle slammed into the remaining Giselle.
And the feral orcs they see dwarves.
So they must
that's
fight
all
them.
you must know.
Yep, and then the Blade Dancer just said, "Okay, they've gone past us. We can come behind them
You
now."
just circled around behind them.
Yep.
And with the Jezzail, well, the Jezzail's nothing for you, those guys to worry about, but nothing for you to worry about back there.
Yep.
And there we go. Mr. Eagle's over there. Where did the Spider Riders came forward? Just going to lob some shots into the Plague Monks or whatever. I mean, the
Yes. Plague Priest or whatever the heck they're called.
These guys are, the scary guys.
Yeah.
Censorbear, whatever they are.
It's just those impact hits were
Right.
the problem.
And the Heath Riders circle back around. Get ready to deal with what's up on the hill, I hope. Was their intention.
They were doing different things.
Um,
They say they wanted to thin down those handgunners. the
well, between the combined damage from these two units, we sent this unit of spears packing. He was steadfast, but did not pass his save.
Yeah.
Did not pass his test.
Well, he did kill some dwarves.
We killed, and he killed a couple dwarves, but we made, I mean, there was a lot of damage. He didn't pull out his damage at this point.
Right, right.
There was a lot dead.
The-
Elsewhere, it's the only fight that's taken place. Yeah, over here, exactly what happened. The Nashers killed the one remaining Hellhound, overran into the Warriors. Feral Orcs smashed a bunch of
Fighting
dwarves.
dwarves.
Looks like
They
it looks
smashed
like
a few of
about
you.
4 apiece. So that's about an even fight.
Yep.
And I think, nope, looks like they're still stuck on a seeker over there. These beast herds in the middle,
Yep.
the wild horns. On their turn, you can see the Plague Disciples have smashed into the glaive guard, I mean the
Yes.
Citadel guard, with the glaives. You didn't manage to kill this thing in a turn?
No, I caused no wounds, but it caused a wound on me.
So it was a push, or did you have one by a flank?
No, it was a push. I think it lasts until the next combat round.
You must have, couldn't have been a push. Unless you did one wound. Yeah, you did one wound to him. I see a wound marker.
Well, I charged, and I had to flank.
Charge and flank, and he did a wound. He should have lost unless
Yeah,
he did.
maybe
yeah.
lost and he stood. I can't
I don't
remember.
know.
but
I don't
yeah.
understand. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
one way or another, you stuck there.
Yeah.
Handgunners on the hill turned to face.
I
Guess
killed a
there's,
couple with shooting.
guess there's only 8. Or, oh, you shot
Yeah.
several. Got it. I guess these guys did not break. My mistake.
Yeah, I thought
They
they
lasted
lasted,
for a turn.
at least a turn.
The Chaos Warrior Chariot turns around to head back into the mix because he was intending to get into the dwarf fight,
Yep.
but because of the way it is, he was right here behind it, and once he wheeled to get past either corner, he's missing the orcs.
And the small hellhounds are heading for the objective in the back.
The small hellhounds took their rule of the bonus march
Right.
and zipped past everything and got back here to try to
And
get
the Minotaurs wiped out those rats. We forgot to talk about that. And
They did.
They pursued forward.
and
which-
the militia circled around behind them to shoot them up.
All of a sudden, looked like it was leaving our backfield open.
Yeah, our backfield is kind of wide open right
Yes.
now. I mean, the nearest unit is what, this one, and this one,
Yeah.
and
the
that's a
dogs.
long way from back these little dogs.
And depending on how this fight goes, and we didn't expect the Infernal Dwarves to hold up very well.
No, here in the center.
No, on the back, on the flank.
Oh no, I don't think they're going to hold up, and I actually didn't think these guys were going to hold up either.
Yeah.
So there you have that's their move, and there's that objective, and there's
Yeah.
the guys right there.
And they turned the warriors around to face they knew they weren't going to escape, so they decided to face.
Turn around to face the blade dancers coming
Yep.
around the corner. Actually, they were more scared about these guys.
Yeah, that's what
Spider
it was.
Riders
It was
were over
Spider
here.
Riders, what they were afraid of.
They don't want to deal with that pain coming in.
Yeah.
There's a better picture of that side.
Mhm.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why I thought there was 5. I guess there's a 6th guy who was your commander.
Yeah.
There might be another
You
one.
can't see the guys in the second
Okay.
rank.
They're blending.
Yeah.
Okay. Off on the right-hand side, the Nashers make short work of the Warriors
There's one left.
and send that one packing.
The-
And I elected to just let him run so I could claim the objective.
Yeah.
Because if I pursued him, he would have still held it.
Right.
Here in this combat, you can see he's put.
And we did the same thing on the other side. We had positioned, so we had 2 within the objective. And,
right, and that's what the spiders were. One of the reasons the spiders were hanging around.
They decided to go for ours.
Over here, it looks like the Citadel Guard have broken and been pursued.
Correct.
But I think they got away, right?
I think
they must have, because they must still be right there. And it looks like the same kind of thing happened here.
Right.
The beast herds broke and ran from the last remaining seeker.
Yep.
This guy has just been hanging out here this whole game.
I think he kept
turning.
He was always looking the wrong way.
Oops.
He thought certain fights were going to go certain ways, and they didn't work out that way.
Okay. You can see he's managed to put a wound on my scrap wagon, which is tragedy in itself. The infernal dwarves are wiped out except for the character with 2 wounds on him.
Mm-hmm. Did the handgunners break from the melee?
Oh, panic?
I think they did. I think they panicked from the melee, yeah.
Were they running at that point?
Yeah. They're off the hills.
Yes.
So, yeah.
They panicked from this melee here.
I think I can't. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
I'm almost positive they had known. Unless, because I can't think of anything that would have charged them. They would have fled.
Yeah, that's what it is.
They wouldn't have fled from the character.
Yeah, they fled. He ran. He broke, and then they panicked from the melee. That's what it was. And then the eagle finally killed the Jezzail.
Look at that. It's good work. It only took you like 3 rounds of combat, didn't it? And there we go. Yeah. So the Plague Disciples broke and they got charged again and forced to flee and kept getting pushed back.
This is our turn now.
Yeah,
he just failed his
his rally and just fled further.
Yeah.
Okay. Eagle is redeployed over here. The Blade Dancers, you can see, are engaged with the warriors.
Yep, charge them.
The spiders tried to march, if I'm not mistaken, and couldn't.
Yeah.
And only came forward to here because they're trying to.
Right, because I wanted you to shoot down those guys a little bit.
Yeah.
He rallied his beast herds in the woods.
Yes.
And this funky charge has to be explained. The Minotaurs were blocking the light infantry.
You were back here, right?
I was on the other side of them.
On this side? It looks like you're over here on the right-hand side of the Minotaurs.
Well, the Minotaurs were up in front. They've moved since this is after.
Got it.
So they blocked the whole unit. So I was able to charge, and he couldn't see me through the Minotaurs.
Got it.
So only the 2 guys were poking out.
Okay, there you go.
You see?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why it's lined up that way.
Correct. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So use the Minotaurs to screen them from shooting you.
Correct.
As well, except for a couple shots, probably.
Right.
All right. The scrap wagon charged off the... I wanted to go at that chariot, but I took the better option and charged off the spearmen who were already fleeing.
And the Minotaurs charged off the handgunners.
But he could... Oh, he had to... I don't know how that works. I think I contacted him and killed him because they can't flee from me.
Yes, you contacted and killed him.
Because it's not a charge.
And then I think you turned him around or whatever.
Well, he doesn't turn around.
Yeah. And then
sits there.
What was left of his general, which was all that was left of that unit, occupied the...
Went and sat on the...
With 2 wounds on him.
With 1 wound left.
Yeah.
Goes and he does have 4 guys back here.
Yeah, running.
Right. But you can see this Vengeance Seekers coming forward a little bit, I think.
I don't remember where he was looking.
Oh, this was our turn. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big fight over there.
Well, things kind of broke differently than they were expecting. Yeah.
Correct. It's a weird thing when you start expecting stuff to happen.
Because you don't know what you're...
And
people aren't really talking to each other, especially when there's 4 players. You're talking maybe to the person next to you.
Correct.
You're not talking to the guy on the other side of the table, and before you know, weird stuff starts happening.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you can see the feral Longbeard fight is just grinding away.
Yep.
I elected to leave this guy alone and ignore him and turn back in towards the center of the table because I think this guy Raiding Chariot might need some help with his sorcerer.
Yes, and he charged into the...
And this guy is rallying on quarter. So he's rallying on like a 3.
Right.
Anyway. So there's the chariot attack. That's my wound from my scrap wagon I left behind.
Okay.
And there you go. Looks like there's a couple more models dead here.
On both sides.
And the 2 wounds is on my character, my chief.
Yep. So you guys are grinding each other down.
We are. His character died in I think the first round. My chief, then him, he challenged, and we fought it out, and I killed him.
Yeah.
And the chief is what's Longbeards are so much better than ferals. The only thing that's keeping me alive is the chief is the one that's actually doing the grinding.
Right.
Yeah. Over here, in an odd situation, he did only 2 wounds to the raiding chariot and took 3 back.
Yes.
The raiding chariot on defense hammered him. Over here, looks like the Wild Riders have,
The dancers pretty much,
mashed them.
Well, I think the character killed most of them by himself.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Then I picked up a whole bunch of dice for the unit, and the eyes went very large.
Oh, so I'm assuming you went with the attack mode.
Yes.
Okay. Just to kill them all before they even go.
Went with the knife dance, yes.
Okay. And there you have that. And there's that. And now it's going to go back to their turn. Oh, I guess this chariot charged him.
It did.
Because it was our turn. So I guess okay, so it wasn't on defense.
He was hoping to kill it with a big impact hit. It didn't work out.
So back to their turn, you can see the Vengeance Seeker continues to wander around aimlessly.
Oh, the Heath Riders, they killed the light infantry, the militia,
right, and ran them down.
But they lost one guy in the process. Yeah.
Okay.
And ran them down, and it got past the Vengeance Seeker who was staring at them.
So a couple things happened here. These guys, the disciples, charged the fleeing unit of Citadel Guard.
Yep.
Pushed them down to about here, and the Hellhounds elected to charge them off rather than go grab the objective and deal with them after they rallied.
Yep.
They didn't want to deal with that unit a second time, so they thought they'd be better off just getting rid of it.
Yep.
So, because of that, he did not manage to get within 4 of the objective. I mean, that was a tough choice, but I think they made the right one, to tell you the truth. Because that unit rallying would have been a problem for him.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, so look like the remaining Seeker is fighting away on the beast herd again.
I think it's the other Vengeance Seeker.
Think so?
Yeah, charged in.
I thought he was on the other unit and got killed, and then this one's the one. Oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Or maybe it's just a Seeker. You might be right. I don't remember.
I thought it was just a Seeker.
It's not mine.
Maybe
unit.
not.
Yeah.
The grind continues. We're down to, I think, 3 models apiece.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, yeah. Pretty sure that's 3, yeah. There's 2 spaces. Anyway, the grind continues here. There's a big grind with these units in the center. And then an all-out move forward by the Spiders and the Heath Riders.
Now, the following turn.
The following turn.
I think the chariots, the Beast Herd chariots got a wound on it, and they
stuck around.
Right.
So I move forward to try to get shots in on these guys. You move forward. I thought to get shots on the Hellhounds.
That's correct.
Yes, this fight grind on. You can see there's 3 on the raiding chariot now. So he was in trouble. So the Nashers came in to help.
Came to help him out.
What's that?
It came to help him out.
Yeah, somebody's got to.
Because it's a few strength 5 attacks. Should have no problem, right?
Tried to reach the scrap wagon into the Vengeance Seeker, but couldn't quite make it.
Didn't work out.
I don't recall. I don't think he is. I can't recall if he's facing me at this point or not. So
I don't remember where he's facing.
It's hard to tell from the picture.
Yeah.
I think he might be facing off to the right.
Could be. He kept moving around.
So you have that.
And there should be. And the eagle flew over to
chaff him.
Chaff.
Stop him from
He's actually facing sideways, but the wing was hitting the unit. So
okay.
That way,
he has to hit you and overrun off to this direction.
And
towards
even if he doesn't,
Riders.
he's not getting to the objective.
Okay.
And we managed. And the Heath Riders found their bows.
Looks like I killed 1.
You did. They found out that strength 4 bows do work occasionally, and they shot all 3 of the guys.
Oh, great! Well, all 3 of the Hellhounds got shot off.
Yeah.
You can see the Minotaurs coming here back towards the center.
Worrying about this Vengeance Seeker.
Yes. Whoops. That's a wonderful picture. This was hilarious. Well, it couldn't have been mutual.
No, was he dead at this point?
Did he kill me? Nope, he killed me.
Okay.
Yeah, it went from being a grind where 1 or 2 wounds every turn,
Right.
to him having a really crazy turn and killing
Yeah.
not only my character but the other 2 as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was really odd. So there he is there.
Yeah, but he got rid of the other. The
The
beast herds.
herds got rid of those. I'm pretty sure that was a
It may have
seeker
just been
only,
a regular.
because I think if it was a vengeance,
Yeah,
seeker,
it would have made short work of those guys. Yeah.
Anyway, so they killed the final one. Head back towards this way as well to deal with the dwarves. And the Minotaur's walking around. You can see the Gnashers didn't kill it, but they won the combat and chased it. And on his turn, he rallies and turns back around.
Yeah, because he killed. I'm trying to remember what happened. Who won the combat?
I think I won the combat and he ran.
Because you killed the chariot.
Let's back up for a minute.
I
As you
guess
can
that's
see,
what
I
it-
still have a full unit. I think he rallied
Because he
and
wiped
then
out
cast a spell at me.
Oh, is that what it was? I thought he wiped out half your guys.
No, I think
I just remember he didn't kill them. It's like, what? You can't cause 1 or 2 wounds?
no. I actually I don't think I caused any.
I don't think he caused any. I think he whiffed. Yeah.
Correct. I completely whiffed, and he wanted to concentrate on getting rid of the other guy,
Right.
which he did, but broke and ran, and then that was on our turn, and on
Yep.
his turn, rallied and zapped me.
Yep.
There you go. Magicked me off, or smashed me good. The scrap wagon took a long move out here. I wonder where the hell, or am I just picking it up as a casualty?
Did he charge you with his?
I can't flee.
Looks like he charged
Oh,
you.
he killed me with his
Yeah,
vengeance.
yeah.
His vengeance seeker charged me and killed
And then
me.
he
And then
pursued.
overran.
He overran too far
Correct.
because he was hoping that overran into the
Onto the objective.
objective area, and instead he overran well past it.
Correct.
Yep.
At least to challenge it, because
Right.
that guy's still camped out on it.
Yep.
And that guy wants no part of that vengeance
Yep. That's
seeker.
why he's not on the top of the objective at the moment. It's over on the side.
Over here, with nothing else to do, the disciples charged into the eagle.
Eagle. Yep. You made short work of him.
Everyone else just kind of sitting around waiting,
Mm-hmm.
watching. And the dwarves, the fearless dwarves, march into the woods and get ready to fight the 2 remaining beast wild
Yep.
horns.
He won, and he overran.
That's true. He killed the eagle, overran out here, and right
Yep.
in front of the Heath Riders.
Yep.
With those guys closing in, we go to another round of combat over here, and he smashes me completely.
Yep.
Very disheartening.
And all of a sudden, things weren't looking as. We weren't as confident
It was looking very rosy for a minute,
on this part of the table.
right? But the Minotaurs decided, oh, you know what? We'll go back this way again.
It's time to do something.
Yeah, so let's
Instead of
go back
rolling
and
around.
occupy this thing.
Yes.
And then on his turn, the chariot comes up to challenge it.
Yep.
Oh, no. The chariot back up because they're in fight.
I think he charged the chariot. Right.
Oh, no, the chariot charged him.
Chariot charged him. Yeah.
Yes. The Minotaurs came up, and I think it was a bait for
Yeah.
for the chariot to charge him, and then the Minotaurs will crush it.
Right.
And because of the late stage of the game, it's worth trying. So he goes
Yep.
ahead and smashes, charges in. And the
Missed some photos.
beast herds fought the dwarves and killed them down to nothing.
No.
No?
So what happened was the blade dancers charged into the
No, the disciples.
the disciples
Or whatever they were.
and hit them in the flank because how he rear and how he moved them. The Heath Riders moved around out of the way to shoot up at stuff up the hill.
Okay.
The blade dancers then wiped out the what do you call them?
Disciples.
Disciples.
Disciple, I don't know.
Blade disciples. And then it overran and smacked into the flank of the dwarves. And they were getting ready to do the combat. I had to stay. So wait a minute, I got a pursuit roll here.
Okay.
And then
So you joined in the combat.
yes, and then the dwarf player for a moment was happy, and then he wasn't.
He was happy because he was going to get to beat the wild horns.
Yes,
And then the friends showed up.
it's like no, I am higher
Oh, okay.
agility than you guys. So yes,
Yeah, well, they are dwarves.
yeah,
And then on the back, it looks like he's killed that character.
yes, he did.
and we probably called it at that point because
over.
they had no chance.
No, I think it was round 6, so the game ended.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. The game ended before it was actually finished. I mean, before everyone was dead, which is the normal case.
Yeah.
So, because of that, Team 1 started off big. You can see kind of a balanced turn here, and then it started going bad because we grabbed that back objective for a couple turns, and that's what
held on to it tightly until the last turn.
Yes. So it turned out to be an 8-21 for Team 2.
Yes.
Can't even call it the good guys and the bad guys.
No, you can't.
It just didn't work in this thing. But anyway, it was a fantastically fun game. Again, I'll say the same thing we said about the last game. When you get 8 people around a table having a great time, laughing and joking and making fun of each other, it's a great time.
It is.
One of my favorite types of games.
Yeah, my kind of game.
So, anyway, that's going to do it for now. Thanks for listening.
Till next time.